Hey everybody, Von here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 91, which is amazing, of a year of yoga. And I tell y'all what, it is like cold today. We had to turn the heater on. It's like 40 degrees. Um, so we tried to last as long as we could before having to rack the gas bill back up, but here we are. So I hope wherever you guys are, you are staying comfortable, staying dry if it's raining, or getting some rain if you're out west and you need it. So here we go. Opening this up, let me take my socks off. Do, 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 do. There's one sock. Ah, thank you guys so much for joining me here on the mat today. Let's get everything kind of fluffed and straightened out. There we go. And I'm going to start at the head of our practice today. The same sequence we had been building and working on basically all month together. Oh, also, I don't know how well this is going to work. I was trying a new way of attaching my mic, so let's see how that works. Thank you guys so much for just being patient with me and being here. Okay, grounding through my feet, getting a little bit of a flex and flow going through our knees and ankles. Just want to start waking them up, getting that blood flowing. Inhaling up, exhale down. As we inhale up, we can start raising up onto our toes. Just pair your movement with your breath. I'm going to bring our stance just a little wider. There we go. Let's do two more. And on this last one, let's hold, 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 and down. Now we can go ahead and do our hip circles. So let's have our feet plugged into the mat, our hands up above our head, and then bringing our hip to the left, then to the front, then to the right, and to the back. So there's one. Just getting a nice full rotation around. And you could have your arms off to the sides if you prefer that. And don't forget to breathe. You can get your abs as involved as you want to really make this internal, or you can focus it in your hips and lower back. So now to the other side, right to the front, kind of like we're pooching our belly out, to the left, and then to the back, so we can kind of wag our butts behind us. So here's one. I really feel it whenever I come through this hip area. Two more. Kind of losing my balance. And I am trying to stay grounded through my feet here. So like really, really pressing them into the ground. So now that we've done that, let us inhale up and exhale, leading with our thumbs coming down towards the ground. We're going to put our hands behind us onto our sacrum, touching our longest fingertips together, and then bringing our elbows back, just really pulsing here from bringing our elbows as far forward as we can and as far back. And now from here, we can start wiggling our fingertips up our back and start bringing our palms together. And inhaling and exhaling, making sure that we're lifting that chest towards the sky and bringing those elbows back. And if you want here, we can make it more complex by adding a balance to it. And then change sides. And now let's ease ourselves back out of it, just rotating so that we're leading up with our pinkies almost as we bring our hands above us and back down. Now from here, let's inhale, opening up nice and wide, really plugging our thumbs into the wall behind us before we flip our hands and exhale, crossing into half eagle arms. And I'm placing one elbow into the pit of my other elbow and then bringing those fingertips towards the sky. I'm going to bend my right knee and lift my left leg to do a little bit of a wrap there as well. And opening up. Sorry, I just realized I was all crunching up on the microphone. Sorry, guys. So let's inhale, open, exhaling left arm into the nook of our right arm, bending our knees, bringing that right foot around. And you may even just have it bent and on its toe. And opening back up. Let's come now to our forward bend, back bend flow. Inhaling up, raising our chest towards the sky. Stretching through our upper back, leaning behind us. Inhale up and exhale, swan dive down into our forward fold. And we could use a block here to raise the ground up to us so that we can get really nice and deep into our hamstrings. Rocking forward and back, lifting our toes off the mat evenly and raising our heels. Maybe shifting our weight from side to side. From here, let's bend our knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, rolling those shoulders up and back. Inhale, arms overhead, lifting our chest. Exhaling. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, forward fold. We can come to our block again, move it to wherever we need it to feel like we're doing the most for our body in this stretch. I'm actually going to take my block with me this time, holding it between my hands, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, rolling my shoulders up and back. Let's inhale our block up over our head, holding it in our hands. We'll lift our chest and come into that arcing of our back. And I'm using the block to kind of hold on to give my hands some resistance to play against, but also to keep my shoulders positioned and aligned. And coming back over, diving forward. Another way that we can use our block is to we can bring our feet a little closer together in our forward fold. And use the block behind our lower calves and ankles. To help us get deeper into that stretch. I'm not quite there where I can find ease of breath just yet, but we'll get there. So now from here, let us walk our hands forward into a downward facing dog, shaking out our head and neck, raising up onto our tiptoes before letting our heels come towards the mat. Opening the sit bones towards the sky. Grounding through all of our fingers, all of our toes. I'm going to shift my left foot in towards the center, my right hand in to get it out of the way, and lift our back leg. And bringing it forward. Getting everything kind of situated so that we can come into our low runner's lunge. From here, let's lower our back knee, untuck those toes, and come on up into a low crescent lunge. Bowing back forward, let's add a twist. Lowering that hand back down to the mat, we will shift back, rolling onto our right heel. Oh, hey, pretty kitty. How are you doing? And stretching that hamstring. From here, placing my hands on the mat, leaning back forward, bringing that foot back, petting the kitty. Yeah. Let's do some cat-cows here. Nice and slow. Just scooping through. From here, we can turn our toes back under and lift our sit bones towards the sky. Shifting my right foot in and my left hand in. Let's lift that left leg. And bringing it up and forward into our low runner's lunge. Looking forward, engaging that glute to get nice and deep into the hip flexor. Lowering our back knee. Let's come up into a low crescent lunge. Coming back forward, let's give it a bit of a twist. Loading that hand back down, shifting our weight back, raising our left toes towards the sky. Let's get nice and deep into that hamstring. Now from here, you'll come back to another downward facing dog. There we are. A few breaths here now. Now let's lower ourselves down to a plank. One more breath. And lowering down to just resting on our stomach. Taking a few moments to catch our breath. And we could be here in Sphinx pose. Yeah, heart rate at 120. Not bad for just planking. Inhale, exhale, come into baby cobra, where we are just engaging our back, and then push up the rest of the way. And then come back down to relax. Whew. Next, we are coming into half bow pose. So I'm going to reach my right hand back to my right foot, get my hand in position. And from here, I'm pressing my foot into my hand. My knee is coming off the ground. And then I'm also coming forward and just really stretching in through that quadricep. I'm actually really feeling this in like my front ab on that side too. That's different. And try to release without boinging out of the position. And we'll come around to the other side. I'm going to start with my quadricep stretch on this side first. Now I'm going to press my foot into my hand, lifting it off the ground. There we go. Nice and challenging. So now from here, let's push up and back to child's pose. Bringing my knees up nice and wide, toes together. You could have your hands elevated on a block in front of you, but I want to get a really nice tuck to my tailbone before I start coming down. Just inhaling and exhaling slowly, like peacefully rocking waves. And from here, let's tuck our toes under and sit back onto them in a toe squat. Starting to build up some strength and flexibility in our toes. And now from here, we are going to transition. I'm widening my feet and my knees to make room for my body to pass through. And rolling back. And coming up nice and tall. And coming down and rolling back forward. So let's do that one more time. So shifting back and up. And now from here, I'm actually gonna make my feet a little wider and shift my weight from heel to heel, foot to foot. Just really opening up in my hips. Let's get a nice elated arm posture, upper body posture rather, with the help of our arms before bringing our elbows to our inner thighs and just really pushing nice and deep into that stretch. You could use a block under your booty for right here if you like. And let's come around. Yeah, baby. And let's do just some seated neck rolls. So we could be in an easy posture or here in cobbler's pose. Let's start in one direction. Just very nice and slow, really pulling the taffy. Make your elbows very heavy. And you can actually start moving your torso trunk as well. Until we start getting into a seated torso circle. As we get more into the chest circle, we have less of a roll happening in our neck and more of it in our torso until we fully transitioned over. And now let's start going in the other direction. I'm going to start with the torso circle. And now we can start incorporating our head. Getting those really nice neck circles until we've made it a smaller movement. Until it's just in our head and neck. There we go. Let's inhale up. Arms overhead. Exhale, twisting to the left. Letting the twist happen like we're a spiral staircase climbing up our spine, exiting through the top of our head and just climbing up into the heavens. Inhale up, come back to center. Exhale down. Gentle twist to the other side. Remember to keep breathing. Coming back to center. Excuse me, kitty. I gotta turn the page. Oh, I know you hate it. So now from here, we are going to do some windshield wipers. I'm actually going to do is 90/90s. So we have our feet in front of us like this, and I'm going to transition so that we are 90 degree, 90 degree, and then let's raise up and kind of press into that. And come down, rotate over, and press up. Come down, nice and slow and controlled. And if you're not quite to the pressing up part, just be here. Maybe raise your arms, or even using like a chair or something to help bring yourself up really helps with your core and your hips and just all of it. Like, one more on each side. Yeah, baby. It's so hard being a kitty all day. Okay, last one on the other side. Try to not sit on the cat. Yeah, baby. There we are. Okay, and now while I'm sitting here facing over to the right, we can lift this back leg, practice that adductor. There's that. And then I'm going to bow over my right leg. Coming back up, rotating to the other side. There we go. And now I'm going to lift this right leg. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I want to extend over our left side body. And you can, if you want, stretch your right leg out straight, nice and deep into this stretch. Or you can leave your hip as it were, or as it was, rather. We can come back up. Let's come around now into boat pose. Rocking down, trying to elongate my body, but all my furniture is getting in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and let's rock back up. And from here we can hold on to the backs of our thighs and just balance on the tip of our booty. Either with, you can keep your toes or one toe or neither on the ground. Growing up, opening through our chest, extending through the top of our head, radiating as though our toes are growing and poking into the wall in front of us. You could even let go if you wanted, or straighten your legs. And let's come on up into a cobbler's pose. Bringing our heels nice and close to our groin. And just stretching our legs, bringing the outside of our thighs to the ground. Let's wiggle our toe beans. Say, hey, toe beans. Give them a good squeeze, give them a good stretch. Now from here, we can start wringing out that sponge or pulling the taffy. Bowing our upper body from the hips. We don't want the bend to just be a slouching of the spine. We want it to be an extension through the hips, stretching that lower back. Coming back up. Now from here, I'm actually going to scooch forward just a bit more because we have 3 more postures, I think. And then we may practice this a few more times for the rest of the month, but we're really coming up onto the end of the month, so I'm excited to start next month's practice. Design a whole new flow to build from the ground up. So from here, let's see if we can take that same core engagement that we had in boat and raise our feet up, keeping them in bound angle. And without the support of the ground, see if we can bring our feet in close to us and bring our knees down towards the ground, our knees and outer thighs. And now from here, let's actually roll back. And we will come into happy baby. So we will hold on to the outsides of our feet. And you may just be right here. Or you can bring so that your feet are pressed towards the sky. And I like to get a bit of a rock here. Just rocking from side to side, almost as though I'm trying to bring my knee to the ground. A few more breaths here. Bringing our feet back together and then lowering them nice and slow onto the cat. And coming into supine bound angle or supine cobbler. You can have your legs out straight if you like. And let's just rest here. Hey, pretty kitty. Letting our breath ebb and flow through our bodies. Relaxing the tension out of our face. Unclenching our jaw, unfurrowing our brow. Relaxing our neck and shoulders. Relaxing our hands, except for the one to pet the cat, of course. You could provide support below your legs if you like. You could even bring your feet up onto the mat and alternate bringing one knee into the center and then the other. So I have my feet really nice and wide, letting my knees sink in towards the center. Kind of giving a bit of a counter stretch to the cobbler's pose. Now we can actually just extend our legs out straight. Full Savasana. From here, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Make circles with your hands and your feet, one direction and then the other. And get your arms woke up the rest of the way. Start waking your legs up. Maybe rocking the hips again. And from here, we can start to push ourselves back up to seated. We did it, you guys. That's pretty awesome. I think often about, um, why am I here? Why am I on my mat? Why am I doing my yoga? Why am I sharing it with y'all? Like to keep not questioning the big picture, because like I know like why I'm here, like I know why I came here, but why do I keep coming? Is what I keep checking in with. And it's I just want to keep checking in with what my motivations are, because those can change moment to moment. Um, and I think especially over the course of a year, what we're looking for out of something that we do on the daily may start to change, and just being aware with that and checking in with it. And today I'm really feeling like it's you can't fill other people's cups out of an empty cup, so you got to fill your own cup first, kind of stuff. I know I butcher quotes, but well, here we are. But it's yoga isn't for me. I came here to try to fill my cup initially, and I feel as though my focus is changing from filling my own cup to building a better cup, making a cup that is more capable of holding liquid, of retaining liquid, of redistributing that liquid to the people in my life that I'm trying to help fill their cup. Like, and so it's instead, because if we have a good healthy vessel without holes in it, that's not leaking, that's not cracked, that's not tipping over constantly, um, then surely that must be a good thing. So I'm still working on the concept, but I'd love to hear what you all's thoughts are down below. Um, Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. And here's to building a better vessel. So until next time, y'all, keep on keeping on. I'll see you here tomorrow. Oof. Ouch. That was my knee. Oh gosh. Bye, guys.